Well, it's that time again. We've got another series of Valaverse Action Force, so let's take a closer look at what we've got in this wave. So real quick, we'll just take a kind of a quick look at these items in the packaging. It's important to note that this is not all of Series 5. We've got a few more items coming in November, including the Trigger and Garrison Cavalry reissue, the Head Pack Alpha, and the 2 hand packs. And then as well as a couple of the exclusives that fall under. So real quick, just look at what's in this series. We've got Weapons Pack India, the Recon Gear Pack, which for the first time the gear packs feature a window. The Recon Core Trooper, which also for first time is on a blister card here to fully show off the figure. We've got Sidewinder, the big boy Atlas, Senshi, Colonel Siege, and then lastly we've got the Petoran in this real nice red packaging. That's just a quick look. Let's open these up and kind of take a closer look at them next. Now, in no particular order, we'll start out taking a look at Colonel Siege, who we finally have the leader of Action Force at last, a figure that I was very excited for. Off the bat, I'm going to mention it. The factory did mess up and painted this torso wrong. However, Bobby's already addressed it. There will be replacements coming. All you're going to have to do is send them a picture of the figure and your order number to Valaverse, and they will replace that when those come in. So while it's an issue now, it's not going to be an issue for very long, so I don't think there's any point to dwell on it. But yeah, so let's look at the actual figure. It kind of comes with all the same Action Force hands that we've already come to expect, although this time he's got this additional cigar holding hand, which I think is pretty cool. And to match that, he's also got a additional head with this cigar in there as well. All of the Series 5 figures feature this newsstand, which can interlock with each other here. They're pretty much all the same, minus one, which we'll get to, so I'm not going to cover these anymore. He's got got 2 of these pistols that we've seen in Series 4 in one of the weapons packs. They're really cool. And he's got this really cool lever action, so it really kind of gives him like a cowboy vibe. To go along with the 2 pistols, he actually has, this is the first time we've seen a left-handed holster in the line, which is really cool. So the Series 5 also features the new ball neck articulation, which is really nice. I've seen a couple people online mention that they needed to heat the figures up to move it. I haven't come across that issue at all. They seem to be, everything seems to be pretty smooth, but it's also a little bit warmer where I am right now for this time of the year, so that maybe that plays into a part of it. But other than the new head articulation, it's pretty much the same. It features the new boot cut with the pant leg over it that we saw with the Reaper. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think this figure came out really well. Definitely one of my favorites so far. Next up, we've got probably, if not my second most anticipated figure of the wave behind Siege, and that is Atlas. Again, just something to note, that Bobby was not happy with the way this waist piece came, so he will be sending out replacements that are a little bit more detailed. Honestly, I don't think it's that bad, but it's nice that, he noticed it wasn't something that he's happy with, so he is going to address it and send us out. Take a quick look at kind of what he comes with. Same hands, same stand, pretty much. He's got this knife. He's got this really cool shotgun, which has both this stick mag as well as this drum, which can be plugged into here. He also features 2 additional stick mags and another drum here on his side. Now, the cool thing about Atlas is that this is the first Action Force male figure that is a different size than what we've seen. So if we bring back Siege here, Siege, you look, you'll notice that he's probably, he's maybe half-inch taller, somewhat. Can't be exact. I don't have a ruler, so don't sue me. But it's really cool to see that we're getting kind of variations in sizes. We already have the female figures. We've got the male. Now we've got this larger male. Yeah, so really cool. So being that he's, it's mentioned all Series 5 is all new. But this, is all new for this bigger body. So I'm really interested to see where, kind of what else we see on this buck. It's definitely a cool design figure. I can, definitely see him charging the front lines of battle with his shotgun. So definitely a cool figure. One that I've been waiting for, and one that I'm definitely glad to have now. All right, next up we've got Sidewinder. Just like the other figures, same set of hands, gripping, trigger, fists. This time just glove to match the figure. Same stand. We've got this really nice pistol. It's got really nice detail on it, if you can see that. It's got this, smaller rifle here. Once again, removable mags, like always. Has the bullets sculpted on there like we've come to used to. He's got this helmet with the goggles, which for the first time, you don't have to actually flip the peg. You can actually just drop them down as they are. And then other than that, he's also got this knife sheath with this pretty big knife. It's similar to the one that came with version 1 Slaughter, but it's not the same. And then this knife features a peg on the back of it, which can plug into the back of the figure. The figure itself, I think, he's got a ton of holsters. And something that we've seen for the first time in Action Force, we've got grenades. He's got like these tear gas grenades on this side, and then like fragmentation grenades on this side. Again, for the first time, we see a left-handed holster here for his pistol. And then on the front of his torso, we've got another 3 magazines. So this guy's definitely loaded out. Other than that, he's got this really cool tattoo on the side of his neck that, and it's also on his arm, so you can kind of just assume that it runs all the way. Maybe not the most, don't think he stands out, but I think he's actually a really solid figure and adds a lot of really cool stuff to this line that we haven't seen before. All right, next up is the last of the named Action Force characters, and that is Senshi. Same hands, same stand. However, this time we've got this really nice sword and scabbard or sheath. I don't know that much about Japanese culture, so forgive me if I'm wrong. He's got the same kind of set of goggles that came with Sidewinder. But this time he's got this really sweet helmet that's kind of got this like Oni samurai design, which basically just kind of plugs into the existing helmet mechanism that we've already kind of seen. So if you want to put the goggles on, just pop that top part off and then switch them out. Also, you can just pop these holes out here if you want to take the bottom of the mask off. He's then got this rifle here, which is really nice. And it has a removable suppressor, which is something that is kind of new to this line that we haven't really seen up to this point. Definitely really cool. Removable mag, just like all Valaverse weapons that we've expected. And then on the figure, we've also got, he's got his pistol, which got his suppressor that plugs into here. On the other side, he's got more mags. Got a spot to put the sword. Yeah, he's a really cool figure. I really like the kind of the design that Bobby was going, I know he said no ninjas, but this is kind of a way to kind of modernize, and he's not a ninja, but still have that throwback to what we saw with a Real American Hero, but modernize it into a current figure. I'm really excited for the Night Ops Big Bad Toy Store one that's coming later this year. Overall, another really cool figure. All right, and then the last of the standard figures is the only villain in this wave, and that is the Praetorian. I mentioned earlier that there was one figure that didn't share the same stand. That is this guy. This figure, or I should say, the Elite Praetorian, is just a repaint of this guy. So if you have that figure, it's the exact same thing, just a different color. So if you've played around with that guy, you kind of know what to expect with him already. So like you've got these removable kind of like energy shields that plug into various ports on the body, which then from that point has these like blast effects which plug in to various slots on the shield to kind of make the imitation that he is blocking the projectiles, which is very cool. He's also got this bladed weapon which plugs into the bottom of his arm on either side like that. It's got 3 mags kind of with a molded in holster to his leg. He's got these 2 rifles which are like a little bit future forward looking, which really kind of just matches this overall design. Like I said, if you got the Elite Praetorian or have seen videos on that, this guy is the exact same. He's just red and black versus gray and green. Still a really cool guy. I'm sure we're going to see tons of variations of the Praetorians as the Crimson Shadow kind of becomes more of an upcoming threat into the Action Force world. Definitely a cool figure. I'm sure people will be army building these guys like crazy. All right, and lastly, it wouldn't be a new wave of Action Force if we didn't have a troop builder. And this time we get it in the form of the Recon Trooper and the Recon Gear Pack. The standard Recon Trooper just by himself comes with this rifle, the same one that we saw with Sidewinder. But if you get the Gear Pack, it's got this really nice silver rifle with the underslung grenade launcher. I think this thing looks pretty cool. Also, just like all, you get a different head and an alternate skin tone, so you can display it however you want. Also, this time we get a bunch of new blast effects. So if you like displaying your figures with blast effects, it's definitely something that you have more options with now. Not something I necessarily use, but it's cool to have. Taking a look at the figure itself, he's got the same kind of the helmet and goggles that we saw earlier. Got the vest that we saw with Sidewinder with the silver mags. Got the left-handed holster. It's got the side holster with the grenades. I saw online some people saying some stuff about the vest being hard to plug in. I didn't have any issues. I think it's really not that big of an issue. It's way better than Series 1, so definitely a non-issue there. But yeah, it's a cool troop builder. It could kind of fill in for a Spec Ops trooper if you kind of missed out on one. It's kind of got the same colors as the Night Ops Steel Brigade, so you can kind of work him into that. Just another solid troop builder. Cool gear pack. Definitely, you can see a lot of people using a lot of different mix and max of gears and stuff to kind of really kit these guys out pretty sweet. And then last, but certainly not least, we've got Weapons Pack India. You're going to see a lot of the same things that we saw with some of the main figures in different colors, like Atlas's shotgun, the rifle that we got with the Praetorian, Siege's pistols, Sidewinder's knife, the pistol that comes with Senshi, and the suppressor. But the real standouts here, I think, are the couple new weapons that we've got. So we've got this kind of a new sniper rifle type thing. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm not a firearms expert, so don't ever ask me to name things. I have friends that can do that, but that's not me. We've got this really cool grenade launcher here with which the grenades remove, and you can plug those in. Definitely a cool weapon. I could see Atlas using this as well. And then what maybe might be the coolest thing from this weapon pack is this flamethrower. And not only do we get the flamethrower itself, we get this really cool blast effect. So you can, really just kind of burn up some Praetorians or Swarm or however you want, however you want to do that. So it's a cool weapon. I really like when these weapons packs give us kind of these weapons that we might not see with a main character, like the minigun or something else, just kind of really to flesh out, just give us a ton of different options. And then once again, I'm kind of left in the package. You get the kind of the same set of blast effects that we saw with the Recon Trooper. So that's Weapons Pack India. All right, so that was kind of a quick look at the new Action Force Series 5 items. Let me know what you thought of them. Are you picking any of these up? Which ones are your favorite? Are you excited for the Trigger and Garrison Cavalry issues? Yeah, let me know. See you next time. Thanks for watching.